Hi, this is Martin, and I'd like to follow up. Recently I did an episode about Patsy's restaurant in New York City, which involved Frank Sinatra, Billy Martin, and the New York Yankees, and a surprise ending. And in the next one, it's a story about Frank Sinatra, who always made it a point to pick up the check, no matter where he was, at least at Patsy's restaurant. His inclination was, I am the host, and my guests are you. So enjoy the meal. This is one of the instances, one of the very few, perhaps the only, where Frank lets someone else pick up the check. And it leads to a very unusual and surprise ending. So stay with it. It's an interesting story. This is all from a book by Sal Scognamiglio, who is the grandson of the original founder of the restaurant, Pasquale, otherwise known as Patsy's. So this particular incident is entitled Frank and the Only Time He Didn't Pick Up the Check. That's Frank Sinatra. So let me begin. Frank Sinatra was the biggest check grabber I ever knew, says Joe. Whenever he ate at Patsy's, he was the host and everyone else was the guest. He insisted upon it. That's why I was surprised one day when he called to say he would be coming to dinner with a man and his wife, and that it was okay for me to give the check to the other man. I guess I sounded surprised when he told me that, and he said, "Tonight I'm going to be the guest, Joey." Of course, anything that Frank wanted was okay with me. Frank and his wife Barbara arrived first and went upstairs to Frank's usual table. About 15 minutes later, Frank's friends, a well-dressed couple, arrived and joined Frank and Barbara. I didn't recognize them, but they said a warm hello, and the four had a nice, leisurely dinner that took maybe 3 hours. I guess it was close to 11 when the man asked for the check. I looked over at Frank, and he gave me a little nod, and I handed the other man the check. He didn't bother to look at, just took out a Platinum American Express card and handed it to me. I went downstairs and gave the card to the cashier, and then went back up to see if there was anything else that Frank and his friends wanted. A few minutes later, the waiter came and signaled to me. "What?" I asked. "Can I see you downstairs for a minute?" the waiter asked. The waiter told me that the man's American Express card had been denied. "Can't be," I said. "You try it," the waiter told me. I put the card in the machine to process it, and sure enough, it came up denied. I tried it one more time, and again, denied. When that happens, the thing to do is to call the credit card company. So I called American Express. The woman at the other end asked me to wait a minute, and then she said, "That card has been denied. How many times do we have to tell you people that?" What to do? I didn't want to embarrass Frank's guests, so I went upstairs and did the only thing I could think of doing. I returned the card to the man and said, "I'd like you to be my guest tonight." The man looked surprised, but Frank just wouldn't let go. "Joey, is this some kind of a joke? What's wrong?" "Nothing," I said. "Just forget about it, Frank." "No way," Frank said. "What's the matter?" I hated to explain in front of everyone, but with Frank insisting, I finally said, "Sorry, but this gentleman's card has been denied." Frank started to laugh as though I had just told the funniest joke in the world, but the man got really mad. "What? My card has been denied? My card? You better show me that." So he came downstairs with me, and I processed his card again, and once again, the word denied came up. "Get them on the phone for me, Joe," he said, "and then let me talk to them." So I dialed a number, got American Express, heard once more that the card had been denied, and put Frank's friend on the phone. He asked the woman to confirm what she had told him, that his card had been denied, and then he asked her name. Frank's friend said, "You know that chair you're sitting on? It's mine. And that desk you're sitting at? That's mine too. And that phone you're holding? That belongs to me. This is James Robertson speaking, and I hope you recognize the name because I'm the president of American Express. Now, perhaps you'd like to check the numbers on that card again. Don't talk to me about computer error. American Express doesn't make computer errors. You'll hear from my office in the morning." Frank had come downstairs by that time and was listening to Mr. Robinson and laughing. "Don't fire her, Jim," he said. "I haven't had such a good laugh in months." That's what happened the only time Frank ever let anyone else pick up the check. Well, I hope you enjoyed this particular incident, and until the next time, farewell.